Senegal, Nigeria. Coach, would you say you are disappointed that you did not win this game?
Of course, we are disappointed because I think the team wants to play well against Nigeria, and we have to recognize that this team tonight was better than us, more athletic. Okay, they forced us to have many turnovers, 23. Our average about turnovers is 10, and we give them too many easy shots. Okay, and they have too many players who can run the floor very well. So we are disappointed, but we know our goal is to be qualified. They are first, we are second. So we need one victory to be in China. So we have to keep to our control, and I think our tournament is positive too.
Okay. Any questions for the coach, please?
Coach, my name is Adeni Adebayo, sports related for Dynamic for Life. What was... Okay, Coach, good evening. My name is Adeni Adebayo. What was the game plan, coming into the game? What was the game plan? What was your game plan?
One of the keys of the game was to try to control the tempo and don't let them run, because they can play very fast. And we know that every team who play against them have many turnovers. And it was very important for us to control. And today, their defense forced us to have too many turnovers, so they have too many easy shots too. So that's why we recognize that today they were better than us, no problem.
Any other question for the coach, please?
Okay.
For you.
For me?
All right, Coach, good evening. Osan Dungude is my name, Dream FM, Enugu, Nigeria. I noticed that Deng, who of course was probably your best player on the floor for tonight, was more or less struggling to keep the Nigerian players, down, and of course not score not make more baskets. But don't you think that it was more of a responsibility that was given to him, considering that he was probably the shining light, the bright light of the team? Don't you think that he was given more task than the the other players?
No, I think all the team was not the same in good control tonight. All the team, because we play completely out about what we do usually. So, like I say, my team lose today. I don't point the finger about my player. Okay, we are together, we win together, and we lose together. Okay, so what I want to say is, our goal, we continue to believe in ourselves about the qualify. So we need one victory, one more time to go.
Okay.
All right, Coach.
For me too.
What's your overall impression of this new qualifying format where you get to move around, have your players? Your impression of the qualifying format, you've played like 3 windows now, and what do you think of the whole process?
Well, the process is long, but every team play. It's difficult for many players, many countries to have the same player every time. That's true. But what do you think? And I hope that it's good too for the African basketball to play most of the time, to develop our basket in Africa is good too. Maybe we can say it's too long. Maybe it's too long about it, but it's good too. That's the new system. We have to adapt.
Okay, Captain. What was your expectation before the Nigerian game?
We knew, good evening everybody, we knew it was going to be a tough game because they play at home and they win every game, and like Coach said, they forced team to make a lot of turnovers. We needed to control the tempo, but from the start Jogu made great shots from 3, and they started the game well, and like that it was hard for us to get into the game, and they put a lot of pressure on our guards, and we didn't play the way we wanted play usually. And from there on, it was a difficult game, and we tried to find many solutions, but we have to give credit to Nigeria. They played a tough defense and forced us to make many turnovers.
Okay, any question for...
Yes, Captain. Captain, Oson Dongude once again from Dream FM, Enugu, Nigeria. And I'm looking at, you know, the kind of players that we have in Africa now. Senegal seems to, you know, stand out. You've lost just 2 games in 4 windows now. And I'm looking at, you know, your take on the kind of players that Africa is producing now. Coach said something. He said, you know, the format of the game has actually helped the team, you know, will help Africa players grow. But do you think he is right? Is it going to help you as a player and all the players, not just looking at Senegal as a team, but all the teams and the players?
Yes, for sure, because, you know, you have teams playing, like, for example, Rwanda playing against Nigeria, you know. It gives them good competition, and, you know, and it helps them know what they need to do to get to that level. So, just like us today, we're going to learn from this game. We know what we need to work to get to this level of Nigeria if we want to beat them, you know, to be one of the best in Africa. So it helps everybody, and we take conscience from that. And, you know, it's a positive thing, you know, not to lose, but to know what we need to do. And like I said, we have our goal set. We know we need just one more game to win, one more game to qualify. And that's going to still our main goal. You know, if you have to go through Nigeria next time, you're going to have to be Nigeria. But we are second. We're still in a good position. But like you said, for your question, it's good for players to play against each other and also to know each other. So we're still in Africa. So.
Yeah, good evening. Onicha Azubuike, Cool Wazobia Info. My question, we've seen 3 straight losses for the Senegalese team against Nigeria after that win in 2013. What would you say you've done differently back then that is not working at this point? Is it that you've lost players or the Nigerian team has gotten better? Where do you think the problem is from? Because this is more like a huge deficit when you talk about the result we saw today.
Yes, for sure. If you go back 2013, we played them 4 times, and we won 13 in 2013, and they won 15, 17, and tonight. Of course, tonight was different because that's the first time they beat us by more than, you know, all this much. But I think we don't have to look at it that way. We just needed to know that, you know, the way the game plan we had, if we would have just have less turnover, you know, move the ball like we wanted, it would be a different game. So it's on us today, but we know we're not that far from Nigeria. But today we have to recognize they play better, and that's why the game was different.
All right, thank you very much, Coach and Captain. We wish you the best of luck in the next window.
Are you looking forward to that?
Congratulations, Nigeria. Coach Alex Nwora. Nigeria has gone 9-0. And by yesterday, Nigeria picked the first tickets for the World Cup. And today you have cemented it with a convincing victory against Senegal. How do you feel qualifying and this victory tonight?
It feels good, to go 3-0 at home. We've been trying to make sure that every game we play, we give it our best, especially playing in front of our home crowd. I really appreciate the support from Nigerians all over. But also I wanted to say thank you for all the players that helped us get this far, to help us qualify. Also, I want to say special thanks to this guy sitting right next to me, Diago. He's been with us before I got here, but since I took over the position of the head coach of Nigerian national team, he's been there. He hasn't missed any competition. He's been in every competition. So I give him a lot of credit for making himself available, for being a leader. I can't say so much about him and also his teammates that were able to come to this window and made Nigeria proud. They're the one that all the thanks should be going to.
Okay, any questions for the coach?
Hello. Yes, my name is Aden Kadedipo. I write for The Nation newspapers and Sporting Life. Coach, at some point in the game, you became pensive. You were like angry with some of the officials. The calls were not going our way. What were the few things you saw today from the officials that made you that angry with them?
I wasn't really angry. I was just being animated. They did a good job. It was a very tough game to officiate. They did a very good job. I think, when you referee a game like this, they're human beings just like us. There's going to be mistakes. There are going to be missed calls. But from my own standpoint, I think they did a great job. They missed a couple of calls here and there, but in the heat of the moment, sometimes, we overreact, and towards the end of the day, I got a technical foul. I should have behaved better. It wasn't the referees, or it was my fault. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, my name is Hassan Dongudei, Dream FM, Enugu, and Nigeria. Coach, there's been this suggestion that going into the sixth phase of this competition, that probably we may have, to infuse some of the players back home here. I want to know what you think, as the man who, of course, wears the cap. Is it going to be possible? Are we going to have some people that play at home that's in our league back home here, making your team?
There's always a chance for everybody to make the team. You just got to also remember that, because of time for camping, because of time for training, we didn't have enough time to really call players to camp, to give them a chance to see what they can do. So I went with the ones that I know that have experience, that have resume, that have played for Nigeria, that, this is qualifying to go to World Cup. You don't come to a dogfight, a gunfight with a machete. You want to go to a gunfight, you got to bring a big gun. You come with a machete, you're gonna get killed. So we got to find the best players we can find, and that's where we are for now. If a local player, a couple of them that have played in the past, if we have a chance to call the camp, where they can come and show that that they want to get a chance to make the team. We're Nigerians. We wanted to go with our best players.
Okay, one more question.
All right, Coach. Peter Nwokolo from Global Sports Media. I would like to know, you're talking about getting the best hands in your team. What effort are you making to get into the likes of Victor Oladipo, a Nigerian player, and the likes of other Nigerian players in the NBA and also in the Euro Basketball League? What plans are you making towards getting them into the national team? And then, how do you plan to guard against complacency now? You guys have gotten 3-3 now, and maybe the team, they need to get their foot on the ground. So how do you get against this and then getting the players to improve your team?
The first question you asked is about the players in the NBA.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think we have a good core of groups that played all through the windows, that that are very young, and also some veterans that went to. We have a couple of Olympians here that went to the Olympics, played with the best of them. So we have a good core. When the time is right, we're gonna look for the best players we can find wherever they are, and then match it up with what we have already. We have a very good core. They say if you have something good, don't stir the water. I mean, we have something good. With all the windows that we played, we have enough pool. But that doesn't mean that we can, if we can get Victor Oladipo or whoever is available that we think that he can, join the team and be a factor for us, we're going to look into that. But for now, we have one more window to play, and that's our target. I'm not thinking about World Cup for now. Even though we've qualified, we still have a lot of games to play. We have 3 more games on the road. And every game you play counts. Just because you qualify doesn't mean that you home run. Every game we play counts. Every point you score counts. Every point you allow counts. So you see me coach all the way to the end of the game. It's not because I want to run up scores. It's because that's the job. That's what I got to do. Okay. I don't know if that answers your question.
Okay. Yeah, it does.
Captain, congratulations. Right. Yes, 9 out of 9. Qualification ticket in your hands. How do you feel as captain of the Nigerian team?
I mean, everybody's excited because nobody on this team has made the World Championships. So that was a goal of ours. But now that's when the real work starts. We have a lot of stuff, that we can work on ahead of us. A real talented group of veterans and young players, really, really good, young, talented players that will be on the national team for years to come. So this is really our first time playing together. And that's what I keep on reminding all the guys. Everybody was worried about the first game. It's really our first time playing together. So, just a lot of excitement, and at the same time, we have unfinished business.
Okay, questions, please.
Hi, my name is Toby. I work for the Busybodies, an online platform. Having qualified, having known that you had qualified yesterday for the World Cup, you still raised your game a notch higher. How were you able to guard against complacency? And did you think you had something to prove today going against the Senegalese? Did you have anything personal to prove today?
Every game is personal because, we were kind of in this situation in 2013, undefeated, playing against Senegal for the right to go to the World Championships, and we lost. So everybody has remembered that. And the bottom line is when this group comes together, especially here in Nigeria, we don't lose. Losing is not an option. And we all knew that. Everybody's tired. 3 games, 3 days, didn't matter. We wanted to come out here and send a message. We feel like we're one of the better teams in Africa. And we just came out here and just tried to dominate.
Okay, Ike, Onitsha Azubuike, Cool Wazobia Info. I want to take your mind back a bit. We saw some wonderful basketball in 2015. Won the AfroBasket and some great players. You've been in that transition. You've seen how players have switched and some have come in and some have also gone out. No fans will still be wondering what happened to players like Chamberlain Ugochi, the MVP of that particular tournament. I don't know if you still have, or you still keep in touch with such a player, because at times you go online, check if you can get any information on players like that, and up until now, nothing like that. And if there is any contact, we still hope of having such players in our team again.
Well, Chamberlain has officially retired from basketball. He's coaching now. He actually lives probably like 10 minutes from me in Dallas, so we talk literally every day. But yeah, Chamberlain, if you think about it, he played on the national team since 2005. That's a long time to be playing. He was a professional for a long time and, thought it was time for him to step away and do something different. But then other guys like Shane Lawal, he wants to play. He's been wanting to play. Unfortunately, he's dealing with an injury issue right now. But, you know, he'll be back. And, you know, all of these guys from 2015 wanted to play, but it's just that sometimes their scheduling isn't as flexible as my schedule is. So, you know, they play in Europe. I'm the only one who plays in China, and our season finishes earlier, so I have a little bit more freedom than a lot of these other people do. So I think that's been a real big misconception is, you know, were they upset about this or that? No, nobody's upset. Everybody loves playing for the national team, as you see. You know, Farouk and his brother came back. They were able to come because of the schedule. So, yeah, so we all want to play. We all want to play. We all love playing together, and we're all brothers.
All right, Captain, from the very first moment you chose to play for Nigeria, did you ever thought this the adventure would be this exciting for back-to-back Olympics, now the World Cup? From the very first time the Olympic qualifying tournament, did you think it was going to be this exciting?
I did, and that's why prior to that year joining, you know, Ime, who's retired, he would always tell me that I should play with the national team, and I always wanted to, but then there was always, you know, scheduling conflicts. So when I decided to play, me and Farouk joined at the same time. We were teammates at the time with the Clippers. I knew he was an exciting player, and we always knew that if we got the most talented players for Nigeria, you know, the sky would always be the limit. So the more success we have, the more people are wanting to play. So, you know, hopefully we will be able to get those people that you mentioned, like, you know, Oladipo and some of those other guys. But at the same time, you know, I think you guys should also focus on some of these young players that we have here that are really, really, really talented, and they're NBA caliber type players. And, you know, the sky's the limit for them. So I would encourage you to, you know, don't always focus on, you know, this guy, that guy, because, you know, we got guys just as skilled as Victor, just as athletic, just as big, and they can do all those things, and they're young, and they're going to be with Nigeria for a long time.
All right, Paul Mokolo, Global Sports Media. Diogo, I'm trying to know Nigeria's performance in the previous Olympics. We've been always going to the tournament with big expectations, but when we go there, there's kind of, you know, less performance than people expected. But do we expect to see, with the experience we've had, much performance, and based on the fact that Nigerians, doing the talent we have in our setup, the Americans, the Eastern Europeans that have been dominating, do we expect to see much improvement against these top teams?
Well, if you look at the last two Olympics, you know, 2012 wasn't the best showing, but then 4 years later in 2016, we finished 1-4 in our group. Now, if you break down game by game, we had Spain on the ropes, down by 2 with a minute left. We end up losing. We pretty much controlled the Lithuania game, the entire game. We end up losing at the end. Same thing with Brazil, the host team. You know, we go up by 1, and then we lose in the end. We end up beating Croatia by 17. They end up winning the group. So, and then that's minus Farouk. That's minus Shane Lawal, who tears his patella the first play of the game. So that's why I said we've never all played together. And, you know, some people look at Rio as a disappointment. It wasn't a disappointment because we were right there. So we easily could have been 4-1, and then we finished first in the group, and no African country has ever done that. So as long as we continue to keep progressing, we have a good group here. I mean, it's really scary what Nigeria can do.
All right, thank you very much. Congratulations once more.
Thank you.
I'm here to listen. Okay, I know I'm smart.